Ted Bundy was one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, known for his charm and intelligence, which he used to lure and kill his victims. He was responsible for the deaths of at least 30 young women and girls in the 1970s. Bundy was born in Burlington, Vermont in 1946 and was raised by his grandparents in Philadelphia. Bundy had the best relationship with his mother compared to the rest of his family, but he may have felt abandoned when his mother married his stepfather and had 4 more children with him. He was a good student and was popular with his peers, but he also exhibited troubling behavior from an early age, including a fascination with violence and pornography. Bundy attended the University of Washington in Seattle in the early 1970s, where he committed his first murder and began his killing spree. In college, Ted Bundy dated Stephanie Brooks. They were in love for a short time, but Brooks ended things with Bundy because of his erratic streaks, lack of motivation, and immature attitude. Afterwards, it was revealed that his victims all had the same physical look as his ex-girlfriend. All were white females between 15 and 25, with long brown hair. He would typically approach his victims in public places, such as college campuses or shopping centers, and would use his charm and intelligence to gain their trust before abducting and killing them. Despite being a suspect in several murders, Bundy was able to evade law enforcement for years, partly due to his ability to blend in and his penchant for changing his appearance. He also used his charm and intelligence to manipulate those around him, including law enforcement officials and his lawyers. However, Bundy's luck eventually ran out, and he was caught in 1978 after being pulled over by police in Florida. He had been driving a stolen car, and when police searched it, they found a ski mask, gloves, and other items that linked him to the abduction and murder of several young women in the area. Bundy was arrested and charged with murder, and he was eventually linked to dozens of other murders across several states. His last murder before arrest is believed to have been a 12-year-old girl. Bundy even admitted to being a necrophile after he was caught. He claimed to have visited the locations where he stored the bodies of his victims. Bundy would return to them and groom the bodies before performing sexual actions on the deceased women. He'd stop only when wild animals had ravaged the decomposing bodies. But despite the confessions, Bundy kept his charismatic demeanor in court, which earned him a large following of admirers, known as Bundy groupies. Bundy was eventually convicted of multiple murders and sentenced to death. He was executed in 1989 in Florida's electric chair, and his death marked the end of one of the most notorious killing sprees in American history. Bundy's case continues to fascinate and horrify people to this day, and his story has been the subject of numerous books, movies, and documentaries.